I'd like to tell you about what I found Christians doing on this internet. Welcome to the Christian Geek Radar. Hey guys, Peter Franson here from christiangeekcentral.com and Spirit Blade Productions, here with your Christian Geek Radar, including some news bits from the month of February. First up, just something I want to put on your radar here is Rise of the King. This is a game that is going to be entering Kickstarter very soon from Revelation Games. You can find more information at rotkgame.com. Rise of the King is a third-person action-adventure game, their description reads, with survival elements, set within a medieval fantasy world. You will have to survive as you travel across the dangerous lands on your journey to find answers as you investigate the disappearance of a missing child. You will explore a sweeping storyline filled with unique characters and meaningful interactions along your journey. Our gameplay is a unique combination of survival, action, and investigation mechanics to flesh out a much more dynamic and immersive experience. So that is just one I want to put on your radar. I think I may have mentioned it on the Christian Geek Radar segment before, but I want to bring it to your attention again because the Kickstarter will be starting soon, and I'm in the middle of scheduling an interview with one of the creators of this game. We had a little bit of a scheduling issue this week, but we're going to try and reschedule that and make that happen for you sometime in the not too terribly distant future, maybe in a month or two. So anyway, Rise of the King, rotkgame.com for more information. Let's see here. As far as authors, I want to spotlight Jill Williamson, and she writes on her page, jillwilliamson.com. I write weird books for adults, teens, kids, and some for the whole family. Another word for weird is speculative fiction, which is fantasy, sci-fi, time travel, supernatural, paranormal, alternate history, dystopian, steampunk, or anything else way out of the ordinary. And she is a Christie Award winning author, which is an award, I believe, for specifically for Christian fiction, and she's got a bunch of series here: The Kinsman Chronicles, Blood of Kings, Safe Lands, Robo Tales, The Mission League. So she's got a lot of stuff in multiple kinds of settings. You know, I mean, she mentions always your fantasy, sci-fi, time travel. So there's a good chance that that a genre that you like, she has written in. So you can check out what she's doing over at jillwilliamson.com. The next author I want to highlight is Christopher D Schmidt. Christopher recently introduced himself to me on the Christian Geek Central forums at christiangeekcentral.com, and he's got a book, excuse me, that just came out. It's book 2 of his The Caicos Realm series. This one titled Rise of the Dragon Impervious, and the description reads, as Rashnir and his friends look for a way to escape from Grindon, the demonic prophet Absinthium crowns the warlord Ruther as king and ratchets up pressure against his enemies. When their travel plans suddenly go awry as they wait for the return of one of the first elves, the ranger and all of his friends find themselves trapped at the center of an old quarry with and facing the unified armies of their enemies, even an army of the dead. Meanwhile, acolytes of the Order unlock the mystic fetters binding an ancient evil that once very nearly toppled even the Gathering, the Dragon Impervious, a monstrous reptile with nearly invulnerable hide. With goblins below and a dragon above, Rashnir and the faithful adherents need a miracle now more than ever. And he's another author that writes in a variety of genres and settings, so definitely worth checking out, especially in light of his recent release, The Caicos Realm Book 2, Rise of the Dragon Impervious. For more information, you can go to author Christopher D. Schmitz, schmitz.com. All right, and then once again, I want to plug Adam Collings' YouTube channel, which you can just find by searching Adam Collings, or you can go to his author page at adamdavidcollings.com. He puts out a monthly Christian science fiction and fantasy bulletin. A number of items each month I take and highlight as well on this segment. So a great resource that you're invited to check out. Let's see what else here. In some board game or tabletop gaming news, the game Unauthorized recently, as in just today as I record this, succeeded in its Kickstarter goal. So this thing is actually going forward. And this is an interesting kind of like a social, maybe a party type game. It's for 6 to 12 players. The overview reads, Authorized is a 6 to 12 player 30-minute social deduction game about the underground church. The fledgling church struggles for survival against a state bent on its destruction. Over the course of the game, players use their unique role powers to influence other players toward joining their side. Since a player's loyalty is based on their cards, their loyalty may shift as the game develops. This leaves all players wondering who they can trust and for how long. Whether you want to build the church or crush it mercilessly, get ready to join the struggle. I think it's really interesting that they would feel bold enough, as I think they should, to have a game that deals with a theme like this and allow people to play the bad guy if they want. I've put a video up on this channel about whether or not Christians should play as evil characters in games that I recommend you checking out if you would kind of like my opinion on that subject. So you can get more information about Unauthorized at their website, Chara Games, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, CHARA Games.com. And then also, I want to highlight this month the Christian Gamers Guild. This is a website and a community that has been around forever. I mean, when I launched Spirit Blade Productions in 2006, I think they were already in existence, maybe had been for years, and had put up some really neat articles just about being a Christian and a gamer. And they were one of the voices early on in my experience that was dealing with the issues of living an uncompartmentalized life and how can we as gamers engage in some of these hobbies that some Christians find questionable, and how can we do that with a good conscience and knowing that we are still adhering to biblical truth as we participate in that. And so they put some great articles out on those subjects a long time ago, and they're still very much staying up to date. The most recent article was published just on March 7th, 2017. So and they're still talking about faith and gaming. This is article just went up not long ago about faith and gaming and gender issues that can come up, real and imaginary violence, on February 21st, 2017. So they're still absolutely engaging in these topics that are relevant to gamers from a biblical Christian perspective. So I really appreciate the Christian Gamers Guild. You can check out more by going to christian-gamers-guild.org. And then lastly, if you're kind of in a board gaming mood, I thought I would go ahead and selfishly highlight my Gloomhaven playthrough. This is a hot game that I think is at the top of the charts at BoardGameGeek.com right now, and that's not why I'm playing it. I'm playing it because it looks like it's totally the kind of dungeon crawl game I've been waiting for my entire adult life to play. And as I'm getting into it, I think that may be true. I'm really enjoying it quite a lot. I think I'm going to end up doing some house ruling and stuff. But anyway, you can kind of enjoy that experience with me as I play and fumble through and decide on different house rules that I want to go with, and just really get into the role playing and the theming, rather than, I'm not really much for getting down, bogged down into like mechanics and stuff like that. It's, for me, this is more just about having a fun thematic experience. And I use a 3-camera setup so that I can show you close-ups of the cards and components really easily, and the board as well, and then you can also get a shot of me. So hopefully that's content that you'll find interesting. So far it seems to be getting a very positive response and a pretty good view count as it starts off there. So you're invited to check that out at youtube.com/ChristianGeekCentral, and if you're watching this video, you're already in the right place. All right, well, that's it for this month, guys. I hope that you'll join me next month as I imagine I'll put out another Christian Geek Radar segment and share more Christian geeky stuff going on. Till then, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.